I was really impressed with what you had on your website. And you get in the weeds a little bit. You're not afraid to actually get your hands dirty and do some of this work.
I'm not. That's what I love to do. It's funny. One time while I was in government contracting, I was relatively new. By the way, all roles that I served outside of my own small business were custom crafted for me. I would be recruited by an outside or external recruiter, and the leadership would say, "We just want your skills and abilities, and you're going to come in and we're going to craft this role for you." So I had a role that was an FP&A role. I'd never been in finance before. Turns out I loved it. I was great at seeing the story behind finance and budgets. I love that goal of saying, this is what we have to reach, or this is what we have to stay below, and fixing that. In that particular role, someone came to me and said, "Hey, I know that you're not part of customer service, but from what I've seen, you fix things and you get things done. Can you help me with this and help me get through to leadership on this thing we need to solve?" And I did it. And so I love being known as the fixer and the problem solver. And I think that I am the fixer and the problem solver because I usually approach things with an owner mindset. Having been a small business owner, I know what needs to be done, and I'm usually thinking several steps ahead of even my leaders and managers that I've had because of the experiences that I've had the fortunate experience to hold.
Can I ask you a little bit about that process? Like, what is your process? Like, how do you figure out what the problem is? How do you get a solution, and how do you implement? Like, because I think that's one of the hardest parts is like getting down to the actual problem instead of the symptom. So, what's your process in that?
Yeah, that's interesting. There are several processes that are really, frankly, root cause analysis. I think what I have observed is that the fix of a problem is usually pretty clear. It was a misstep or an inaction by someone not following a process, or there wasn't a defined process. So we're always looking at people, process, systems. So the fix is not always the difficult part. The difficult part in evaluating and being the fixer is identifying the root cause. Looking for the root cause is critical to not repeating things that we know are going to fail, and documenting processes so that we can repeat successful outcomes. So again, usually a fix kind of comes through brainstorming and collaboration. I would say that in most fixes, again, it's pretty clear. We know what needs to be done. It's usually because someone didn't take a process or action correctly. But circling back to the beginning, root cause analysis is critical.